But it's very similar in a lot of ways with parenting, with negotiating a marriage, with negotiating any big venture. There's built-in failure and shortcoming and vulnerability and a need to return and to have the faith to the ideal that you first embarked upon and to adhere to that structure.
Well, and if you don't make the proper sacrifices when you're negotiating with your wife, you're not going to get anywhere at all. And the reason I would say that in part is because it doesn't look like there's any learning without the death of some structure of previous learning. So imagine that you come to an argument with a set of pre-commitments, because you do, but there's an error in your argument. What that means is that part of the previous pre-committed argument has to die. And I actually think there's a neurophysiological foundation to that, which is partly why I think you feel pain when you're wrong, is because that idea that you have is a living structure. And now if you want to progress in the direction of the optimized negotiation and say stay in unity with your wife, you have to be willing to let your stupid preconceptions die. And that ties in with Alfred North Whitehead's observation that the reason we think is so that our thoughts can die instead of us. And so you have to enter into a negotiation with someone, if it's a good faith negotiation, with a sacrificial mentality, which is this might require a little blood on my part in order to progress forward. And so... And
Jordan, your comment on, you said earlier something, and it's a brand new thought in my brain, and it's simple, I hope not simplistic. When you said something to the effect that when you eat, you will sacrifice no matter what, and I realized it's beyond, of course that's true, and it's all of life. So many young people don't get married, and many, even more than they, don't have children, because they don't want to sacrifice their freedom and their independence and so on.